Hello the internet, thanks for stopping by. It's time to update my Gran Turismo 7 license guides. Thank you to everyone who watched my original ones back in 2023, but they are now at least 2 physics revisions out of date. So here we are, I have completely redone the license guides covering the most recent physics revision in update 1.55. As I did last time, I'm going to walk you around the first lap, stopping at key moments. The second lap around will be totally uninterrupted. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, it's all come to this, the McLaren MP4 at Suzuka in Masters License number 10. And it all starts right here. We need a great exit out of the final chicane onto the main straight. Now one of the tips for this car is to short shift wherever you can. It's got a wicked turbo on it and it will light up the rear wheel, so I do give you that tip. Now the first corner, it's actually 2 corners. It's not a big braking zone into the first part, just a bit of a confidence lift and a slight feathering of the brake, and then it's a big stop from this point onwards. We're going to apply the brake and let the car run out to the left hand side of the track, and I'm going to drop it down to 2nd gear, but straight back up to 3rd gear before I start applying the throttle. The car's going to get squirrely at the back end up to 4th gear, and then we've got to monster these curbs through the center S's. I'm going to take plenty of curb on the left hand side there, up onto that green strip on the left hand side of the curb. Same again here, take plenty of curb on the right hand side. I'm staying in 4th gear at this point, and then left hander again, plenty of curb on the left hand side, just trying to keep the back end of the car under control. It can go light at this point just here. I'm going to drop it to 3rd to get the rotation of the car and just keep the car in check as we go round this right hander, but back up to 4th before I start applying the throttle. Drop it to 3rd as we turn into this left-hander, but back up to 4th before we start applying the throttle. Be careful of the car pushing out to the right-hand side there. If you have to lift off, you're going to lose momentum on the run to the 2 Degner corners here. Then we've got to be brave. Approaching in 5th, we're going to drop down just a single gear. Loads of curb we're going to take there, out onto the left hand curb there, drop it down briefly to 2nd gear, take plenty of curb on the right hand side, but back up to 3rd before I start to apply the throttle. The car will go light if you stay in 2nd as you exit out that corner otherwise. Up to 4th, begin to spot your braking reference on the right hand side, the end of the curb on the right hand side there, and then the tight left handed hairpin bend here. I drop it to 2nd gear, not to 1st, I drop it to 2nd, but back up to 3rd before I start to apply the throttle. Absolutely critical to avoid wheel spin at the rear of the car here, otherwise you will lose momentum on the run to the spoon curve. Then we've just got to try and keep a nice tight line on the right hand side of the track here as we approach spoon curve. I'm going to brake at this point here. I'm going to drop it down to 3rd gear and take a lot of curb on the left hand side. Let it run out wide but not too wide. We don't want to get up on the curb there. And then we're going to go for the second part of the apex for spoon curve. We've just got to be careful on the throttle here because it will want to push out to the right hand side. I'm in 4th gear. I'm trying to keep control of any wheel spin on the rear of the car. And then we're going to head up the hill to the fearsome 130R. Well, it's really not that fearsome. You can take this corner, this left-hander at the top of the hill, absolutely flat out. You've just got to spot your turn in there, be prepared to catch any twitches that curb on the left-hand side may cause, and then the big stop into the chicane at the end of the lap. 150 metre board is my braking reference. Take plenty of curb on the right-hand side in 2nd gear, and then as we start to go through the left-hand part of the chicane, I'm up to 3rd, and we're just being very cautious on the throttle. Make sure we keep any wheel spin under check, and then straight line it as much as you can to the finish line, and there you go. That is your gold standard time, and all the licenses are hopefully now completed. Okay, I'm going to sit back, I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to let you watch that lap through again without me talking, and I shall catch you at the end. So there we go, that is a gold standard time, and I hope you've seen something in this video to help you complete your licenses. If you found this guide helpful, then do please let me know. A like, a comment and even a subscribe goes a long way to helping others find these guides, and it encourages me to keep doing them in my spare time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.